As fathers of daughters, Daddy Clay and I share a common concern.
Are we becoming princess parents?
Today's episode is brought to you by Baby Bjorn. Daddy Clay, you know the Baby Bjorn Baby Carrier Original Spirit comes in lots of colors, including pink passion.
Yeah, and pink really is, well, that's the story of the day, because I came across a story on the AP that quoted a woman named Jean Twenge, who's the author of a book called The Narcissism Epidemic, and she was talking about the danger of raising little princesses, and it sort of set off alarm bells for me.
Oh, you mean sirens, klaxons, because we don't want to raise little princesses.
No.
No, because that would entail that they're on a pedestal, that they are somehow privileged or very materialistic. No.
We don't like that. We want to raise girls that are strong and independent and responsible. Those are the values that we want to go for. Yes. Not little princesses.
Not little princesses, but you know, you're fighting a multi-billion-dollar industry here. I mean, there are movies and books and whole aisles at Walmart dedicated to princesses.
I know that's true. So here's what I think we should do.
Yeah.
As a first step to test whether or not we're princess parents, we should do a princess inventory. Let's go to the houses and collect all of the princess-related items that we find there and bring them in here to the studio.
Oh, I'm gonna need a bigger minivan.
Okay, maybe I've got an issue.
What's the average for princess stuff, dude?
Well, I don't know, but I don't think it's time to freak out because even a normal average girl is gonna have a certain amount of princess gear in the house. The question is, how do you know when you've crossed over into becoming a princess parent?
Let's ask an expert. Jeremy Adam Smith, the author of The Daddy Shift at the Greater Good Institute, he will be able to help us.
Yeah, I'm disappointed by this.
Dude, you are way over the line.
I was sure you were gonna have more than me.
Look at you, my goodness.
This is normal.
It's
normal, it's fine.
Normal?
There's nothing, it's just a few items.
This is not normal.
Okay, that was a gift. That is totally a gift.
Playing princess is not going to hurt your little girl, or your little boy for that matter. There is no scientific evidence that playing princess is going to turn your child into a helpless narcissist. The problem is that our little girls are confronted by a tsunami of commercialized pink. In many situations, it's the only option for play that they really have. And the overwhelming message of all of this stuff is that there's only one way to be a girl. So what can we as parents do? First of all, we can encourage our girls to not be so girly, you know, to take risks and to, get dirty and play and to go off script with the princess dolls. And finally, if you don't approve of princess gear, don't shame your kids. That'll do a lot more damage than playing with princesses ever will. Instead, talk to them in an age-appropriate way. Express your concerns and encourage them to ask questions. And that's the best antidote to princess mania, is helping our kids to learn how to think for themselves.
You know, Daddy Clay, being a father to a daughter is difficult because we want our daughters to feel special, we want them to feel magical, and we have this impulse to give them everything they want, but we really have to resist that.
Well, obviously we have to, particularly in this economy. And that's another thing that makes the princesses, to me, feel very out of step. Obviously tough economic times. Really, you want to be encouraging your girls to, be participating in something that's about luxury and glamour. You know, it seems an inappropriate sort of value to be espousing right now. Obviously, Disney's the lightning rod here because they've got the whole princess brand. But I don't really watch the hardcore Disney princesses. Really, the only one we watch is the Mulan. And she's a warrior, for crying out loud. She kicks people's butt.
Wow.
And I think overall they do a good job with making the princesses be sort of self-reliant and plucky, but they're still princesses.
Well, we'll see. They've got a new one coming out, the Frog Princess. They've cast an African-American princess, and we hope that she's gonna be independent and strong.
But let me say this, that the power of pop is greater than the power of pop culture.
Interesting, coming from a guy in pink. If you've got any type of thoughts about being a princess parent, go to dadlabs.com and let us know. I know I will be there because I have a 3-year-old girl and I'm trying not to raise her like a princess. Strong, independent girl.
We want to thank our sponsors, Baby Bjorn. Sure, this Baby Bjorn Baby Carrier Original Spirit comes in pink, but it's for boys. So thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the lab. You know, I think we've proven that we're not princess parents.
Dude, did you see the size of your princess stash?
But there wasn't really anything that was like exactly princessy in there.
The horse with the really happy thing on his head?
That's a unicorn.
You call it whatever you want to, dude. Boing!